Hello everyone, my name is TurboTony19 and we are back here with the FIFA 13 career mode with Aston Villa, and we're already getting along here, and yeah, it sounds like I said, I told you, Mike, we're not going to get there. It looks like our agent's going to try and get us some international management opportunities, but yeah, in this episode we've got 2 matches here, a lot more transfer content. This episode's a little bit longer than I wanted. Albrighton feeling here that maybe his position's in jeopardy. I do plan on using him, but like I said, I've got those 2 new wingers. I've got Juan Fran, I've got Sahar on the way, hopefully. Yeah, and Motta, his transfer after is acceptable. I decided to give up on him, and that's something that seems to come up a lot, actually, a lot on FIFA when I play the career mode, is that Mascherano always seems to go to United. It just seems quite odd. I don't know about that, but I decided to have a look at some of the other players, maybe that was available on the to buy, and I thought Kevin Nolan, what a beast in the central attacking midfield position, and he's so cheap. I know he's getting on a bit, but he's just so good, and I really wanted his finishing there in the squad, so I thought I'd put in a bid for him. I know that West Ham would probably be reluctant to let him go, but he's such a good player, I've got to give it a go. Nolan's such a beast, and I thought if I can't get him, then maybe another one that I could go for is Mark Noble, another great player. Doesn't play maybe as attacking as Nolan, but he's still a fantastic player. So hopefully we don't get the same sort of situation that we had with Baines and Clichy. Hopefully we'll get one or the other, you know, that sort of thing. And I was looking through a lot of the clubs here as well. I was looking through. I decided that I haven't got loads of money. I need to be good with my purchases. I need to get a really good midfield going to back up those 2 good strikers in Bent and Benteke. And I was looking through the Spurs lineup, and look at Scott Parker. He's in there for less than 3 million. I had to put in a bid for him, especially for an 81 rated central defensive midfielder. So yeah, the bid is in straight for him. I needed to put the bid in for him. He's such a good player, and hopefully we can bring him into the squad. Either one of those 3, really, you know, Nolan, Noble or Parker, I'd be happy with any one of them. Looks like City are targeting Schneider and Ozil. Always good to see my club trying to get those good players in. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the transfers, I am having a bit of a tough time trying to bring these players in. I mean, Aston Villa don't have a great budget. I tried to sell a few of their players, but they're not really much. I mean, Bent was pretty much the only one that really is worth over 10 million. But here we are. We've got it here. I know I've pretty much broken the bank. 7.6 million for Wilfred Zaha. But he's such a pivotal player for how I want to take this team forward. I had to break the bank, so I accepted it, put it forward, and put the contract forward. Hopefully we can get him into the squad. I mean, it's a jump up to the Premier League. He's going to want to come to Villa. So, yeah, hopefully we can bring him into that right wing. But, yeah, I was looking back through the club here. I'm just trying to get rid of some of the players I don't want. But it's quite hard, really, to really get rid of some of the players. You want to make sure that all these positions are fine. And I thought, okay, let's go for broke. Let's try and get an extra 10 million off the board here. I'd say I'd qualify for the EuroLeague and I'd reach a semi-final of a cup. Hopefully it'll give us a little bit more transfer money, because I need a bit more, really, to make the club viable in those leagues, you know. So we get some responses back here. It turns out our additional funds request, not having any of it because I've just joined, you know, I kind of accept that. Kevin Nolan is, he's set a too high of a price tag for me for that. Same with Noble. But Scott Parker, they accepted that bid, and I was more than happy to put him in. I know his wages are a little bit high, but he's a player that I think that I really need to shore up that midfield and really defend those players, and I think he would be such an acquisition for the club, especially for the short term. I'm not so sure for the long term how much he's really going to help, but for the next 2 seasons, that's really going to be something that's big, something that I could definitely do with there. So hopefully we can bring him into the club, and Zaha as well. They would be 2 really good acquisitions, and we already got one Fran. We've got a transfer offer here for Brad Guzan, and I was a little bit reluctant, really, but they were offering me money, and I was thinking I need this, and I've got Given in reserve as well. And I know that Guzan, you know, he's not, you know, he's quite young technically for a goalkeeper. They tend to peak when they're about 32, 33 sort of thing. But I decided I stalled it, but then straight afterwards I was like, nah, come on, we can sell him. And that's an extra 3 million then that we've got, and we can use that into other players, and we need the money. So yeah, I accepted it. West Ham can have him for the 3 million, and that'll add a little bit more, maybe 2.5 million onto the list. We can get another good young player for that. But yeah, contract offer accepted. We've got Zaha. So yeah, he's going to come into the club. It turns out that Brad Guzan is not going to go. He's not going to leave because Talks have broken down, but Zaha, yeah, that's the confirmation there that he's joined the club. His wages aren't much, and I've got him for a few years. That's a really great signing. I think he's got a very high skill rating. He's great on the movement, and he's a good striker as well. I mean, he is a striker by nature, really, but I tend to play him on the wings because of his speed, and you know, like I said, he's very good. I think with him, with Juan Fran, we've got some very good wingers now to back up that thing. I decided that if that wasn't going to work, I was going to put Brad Goose on the list, try and get some money for him. You know, because I think Shea Given is more than good enough to really hold in that position. But yes, we have Parker here. We're having a bit of trouble getting the money through. This is the problem that I'm having with Aston Villa, is that the money is just not there for the players. And Parker was one that I really needed, so I was waiting on a few of my transfer listed guys to come through and get some offers just to get that extra money through. Because there's a lot of players now that I'm not really going to use. And an offer came up for Stephen Ireland, and I thought, well, I can find another player for him. I could even move Parker, maybe Agbonlahor into his position. So I thought, yeah, we could sell him off and maybe get a bit of extra money in. He's not really one of my most favourite players anyway, Ireland. Yeah, he played really well for City while he was with us, but no, I don't know, I just don't think he's going to do the job for us here. But we're heading up to our first friendly. I actually simmed the two friendlies to begin with, but yeah, another talk breaking down. I seem to have this problem as well. Stephen Ireland ain't going anywhere. Talks have broken down. It seems to be having loads of problems with the transfers on this at the moment. I don't know what's going on. But yes, it's the first friendly, and Jordan Bowdery wants to play. He's not going to get a starting spot in my team. Get real, not behind Bent and Benteke. He's going to have to learn that I think he's like 55 or something. He's not going to get into the team. But yeah, a simulated game, and it's a 3-0 victory. A goal for Benteke, Agbonlahor. So yeah, that was okay. I don't like to play many of my a lot of my friendly games to start off with. I find it a bit needless, really. So I normally play the one just beforehand, and I do in this one as well. So yeah, I decided that Zaha wasn't actually in that match. I must have forgotten to put him into the squad, so we'll slot him straight in for Agbonlahor on the wings. So yeah, hopefully he'll be able to get in a few goals for us, and over a few seasons maybe his rating go up, and we'll get a bit of a profit on him as time goes on. And I decided I'm not really going to use Nzogbia, so I put him on the transfer list. You might be feeling that he's a good player. Why would I put him on the transfer list? I don't know. I didn't want him in the team. And Richard Dunn, the offer comes in from Newcastle. Sell him straight away. 1 million, I think, is paying too much for him. I'm pretty harsh on him. He's a lot better than I'm making him out to be, but I just don't like him. He was just handball and own goal central. So yeah, the second game coming up here that I'm going to simulate. And Richard Dunn has left the club. Don't have to worry about him anymore, and that's an extra million that we can use. And this is one that was shocking me. Wayne Rooney going to Real Madrid. It'll be interesting to see if he goes. That doesn't normally happen on career mode that Rooney moves, so that would be quite interesting to see if he leaves, actually. So I'm going to keep my eye on that one and see if Rooney leaves. But yeah, I simmed the second match here. Now we've got Zaha in the team. I'd like to see how he does. He's a good player, and I want to see how well he goes. But I simmed the match. Turns out we lost 2-0. I mean, Fiorentina are a great team. They've got some really good players, but it's a friendly. I don't really mind. But this is the big one. We got an offer in for Bent from Lazio, and it was 11 million. Now, he's valued about 9.5, so I thought, okay, 11 million, I could probably get a decent striker. I've got Benteke anyway, and maybe another player in another position, so I accepted the offer to sell Bent. Now, that's a very controversial decision. He is by far my best player in the team, but at the end of the day, if it comes through, then that's a lot of money that I can use to shore up the rest of the positions in the team. So yeah, my first match was against Stade Brest. I'm not sure what to make of that. And wait a minute, what the hell's happened here? It's the return of the Phantom Ball. God damn it, EA, come on, it's not that hard to load the goddamn football into the goddamn game. Oh my god, so frustrating. So yeah, it ended up getting that frustrating in the friendly that I was like, yeah, forget that. I'm going to just forfeit. I can't be bothered to play with an imaginary football. It's happened to me before once in an online game. I guess it just happens every now and then, but of all the games for it to happen on, I guess a friendly's probably the best one, you know, that way I can forfeit it. And I got a bit of a slap on the wrist by the board for forfeiting the game, I guess running onto the pitch with chicken McNuggets, giving them to all the players and saying that the match was over. Probably wasn't the best thing for the new manager, Mr. Ronald McDonald. But yeah, we're continuing on here, and like I said, the next match is against West Ham. It's the season opener, and we really do need to get a good start to the season, especially against West Ham. These are the teams that we really should be beating here. So yeah, it basically ended up coming down as well. I don't know if it came up in the video, but Nzogbia, yeah, like I said, Nzogbia here getting sold to Spurs, you know, getting rid of him. But I think Bent's talks with Lazio break down, and we end up keeping him, which is okay. I didn't mind. It's not a big thing. I wasn't trying to get rid of him. It's just that it was a very good offer that came up. So yeah, he's staying with the club. I'm happy about that. If I get another big bid for him during the mid transfer window, then I'll be probably more than happy to do that. But yeah, I was having a problem because with Parker, obviously I didn't have the money to get him, but now I've sold Nzogbia, I had to re-put in the offer for him there, so I ended up doing that. And I was very keen to get Parker into the team. He's definitely a player that I like. Aggressive, he gets the ball a lot, and he can get forward as well a little bit. So yeah, you can see all the in the transfer history, all the players we've had problems trying to bring in. It's quite ludicrous, really. But yeah, I was hoping to bring in Parker before the West Ham game, and yeah, I got the contract offered there. Apparently, he's not happy with the level of his squad role, so I put him as a crucial first team player. I've got no problem with that. He's probably going to be playing every game if we do sign him anyway, so I managed to amp that up. And the only problem that I have with that then is that I might have a lot of the squad wanting to get into the team, and if I try and rotate it, Parker might get a bit pissy, but he's playing the majority of the games, and if he does get pissy, fuck it, I've got him on contract, I don't care. So yeah, we've got the race down here, and yes, it comes up here that Parker accepts the offer. But wait a minute, we don't have the money again. This was such a frustrating thing because I was trying to get him in before the window. But in the end, it turns out just to be something along the lines of trying just to change the budget allocation a little bit just to compensate for his wages and the transfer budget. And once I got that a little bit more on the level, we could accept the offer and bring him into the squad. It was just a matter of time really to see if he's going to come in time and be able to play for that West Ham game. And that West Ham game was a very important one that we needed to get him in for. So yeah, the countdown is coming up here. We get Scott Parker, he's in, he's arrived, so fantastic, we can use him for the West Ham game. And yeah, I know El Hamadi is actually a pretty good player, and I'm going to plan on using him a lot more, but Scott Parker is a better player, in my opinion, and I've got to bring him into his position. So yeah, I mean, I think things are working out a little bit better. I'm a bit happier about the midfield. I'm a bit happier about the wings. The two positions I'm still not too happy about is the left back and the right back. So I might have to invest a little money in maybe getting. I mean, even a youth player is going to be better than the player I've got at right back. It's just horrible. He's just such a hole in the back of the defence. So yeah, so the West Ham game comes up here. And of course, Parker's going to make his Aston Villa debut. There's no other way I'm going to go about it. He needs to make his debut. I need him in the club and in that first team. And it's the first match here, and apparently Juan Mata's going to be leaving. I wouldn't believe that for a second, but yeah. That luminous green shirt, oh, it's horrible. It's almost as bad as the Chelsea one that they had a couple of years ago. Just, oh, horrible. But yeah, the team's looking pretty good. We've got Saha, Juan Fran, Parker, Ireland, Bent, and Benteke. I think that's quite a very good starting lineup for the attack. Got Vla and Clark as centre-backs. We're going to see how well they can do under the pressure. So yeah, I was very interested to see how it would go this game, because it's the first proper game, especially as the friendly go out. And look at this for accurate. I know it's the bronze trial because obviously I'm playing on my wife's account. But yeah, look at that. Bang, bang, And yeah, 4 shots, 4 hits. That's how we do it. I wish I could do all the gold ones that way. But yeah, we're into the match here. Well, I'm saying that now. Yeah, here we go. We're going into the match now, and yeah, it was something that I was really excited for. And here it was a big focus on Parker, seeing how his involvement in the team is going to be. And I actually got his likeness pretty well dead on. Actually, I'm quite proud of that. But yeah, we're going to get into the match. I'm really excited, and you know, obviously nothing. You know, this is going to be a great contest. And wait a minute. You have got to be kidding me. We've got the Phantom Ball again. 2 games in a row. Oh God, come on guys. But regardless, I couldn't forfeit this match. I had to try and win it, but it's so hard to defend when you can't see where the ball is. But the ball is played in here, and I was really under the cosh here. West Ham, obviously the AI knows where the ball is. You got you know, the corner coming in here, getting worried about the attack, rising up. The defender's not dealing with it. I don't know where the ball is, and it's a strike just goes wide, and I'm thankful for that because I didn't know what the ball is. It looks like the defence was all over the place, and yeah, like I said here, just trying to defend for my life, really, trying to get things to work. But their attack was good. It's okay. It's just I can't see the ball. The ball gets whipped in. Jarvis with the header. Jarvis with the goal, and I'm 1-0 down. Oh dear, and it all seems to be going a little bit wrong already, and it's already just about 20-30 minutes in. And they're just constantly on the attack on the first half, just coming in and in. This is a ball here, played into Bent. Bent on the wide, Bent with the left foot. No, it doesn't go in. But the keeper did get a touch off. Corner, Bent whips it in. Can anyone get on the end of it? Benteke, but it goes out wide, and the attack ends up tilting down. And the problem I'm having here, oh dear, and they're coming up on the counter attack. And Nolan starting the attack here. I can't seem to get the ball back off these guys. I'm worried here because they're playing some very good passing, and my players seem all over the place after defending the corner. Diarra on the ball, lovely ball over to the wide. Carroll's got it. Carroll with the whip in, and it comes to Diarra. Is it? No, it's Noble. Noble with the goal. Header right past Given. I'm already deciding that maybe it's not a good idea to have him in goal. It's a shocking performance here. And already 33 minutes in and we're 2-0 down. Things just aren't going to plan. Bent with the ball. He's trying to make something here. Zaha doing work on the wings. Lovely work. He's got past his man. Takes a shot. Oh, and it's deflected off the keeper. He played really, really well for me in this match, Zaha. He caused all sorts of problems on that left flank. And the corners just don't seem to be working for me here. I'm having a lot of problem with them. But apart from that, I mean, everything here in this match, the first half just wasn't going to plan at all, and everything was just going wrong, and wrong. But, you know, what can you do, really? There was just so many things going wrong in this match. But in the second half, it was a new start, something that I could do with this match. Zaha on the left flank, he's doing something right. He's crossing it in here, over to Ireland, but the attack filters down. Or does it? The pressure is building now. We've got back the ball. Bent with the ball now, and they seem to be passing it around, trying to make some good openings here. Parker making good. Ireland, Lucas Marker, he's been fouled, but he keeps with the ball. Cracking strike, he can't even see the shot or the ball, but he hits it anyway, and good celebration. Ireland has got us back in this match, of all the people. And that was a good way to get back into the match. It's like the keeper couldn't see where the ball was coming from. Maybe that the ball was invisible was maybe a problem. Ben loses marker, gets the guy, needs the guy to go on the way to the cracking left strike into the goal, and Ben equalises with a lovely left foot strike. 2 goals in quick succession, and we're back into the game. So suddenly West Ham are worried here. Can we go on and press on and get the first win of the season? Carroll bricks in the ball here, and the West Ham going back onto the attack. This could be a problem here. We need to get the 3rd goal. Noble on the ball. This is good passing here by West Ham. Carroll now passes the perfect ball in. Collison now is on the cross, passes it in, and Diarra gets the finish. It's 3-2, and West Ham are back in front after all that work to equalise for the goal. But we need to get the equaliser here. We can't let this go down. And Juan Fran gets the ball, a lovely ball into Benteke. Benteke, I don't know if he got that wide or if he got it close to the goal. I can't see the ball. But yeah, we're running out of time here. It's pretty much hitting to the 90th minute. And West Ham here, they're going to try and waste time. I need to get the ball back up to the pitch. I can't seem to get possession here. Well, I don't know if I have possession because I can't see the ball, and the West Ham here seems to be wasting time. We need to get the ball back up the pitch, or we're going to lose the chance to get an equaliser. We're going to have a first defeat of the season. We get the ball back, but is it too late? Trying to whip it up that pitch, and the final whistle goes, and it is 3-2 to West Ham. First game of the season, and we lose it. It's a bit of a disappointment, really. You have to feel bad for Given. Couldn't see the ball, couldn't save it. It's not really his fault. There's not much you can do. But yeah, there's not much we can do there, guys. It's the first loss of the season. Hopefully the next game we'll have a ball to actually play an actual match with. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and subscribe. There won't be as much talk about you know, transfers and everything like that next time. So like I said, if you guys leave me a message if you guys want any talk on transfers, I'll be more than happy to get those transfers in for you. And if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more FIFA Career Mode with Aston Villa. Thanks a lot, guys.